Last year, I completed 3 Google certifications on Coursera: UX design, project management, and data analytics. However, when I was searching for the course review for this certificates, I was so frustrated. In most of the videos, you can clearly see these people don't even finish one single video. You can see from all these empty checkboxes. Many of them are professionals with lots of experience. I mean, that experience will definitely help, but the thing is, they only speak from their professional background rather than the real learning experience. And they give lots of information that could easily be found on the homepage of Coursera. So while I was taking these courses, I made a decision. I will later review all this course from a complete beginner's perspective and as someone who actually finished this course from video number 1 to the badge collection. Without further ado, let's Google UX Design Certification. Recommendation rating 5-star. Job readiness 4-star. Although I know it's not very fair to compare all these 3 certificates as they are for completely different careers, I personally think the UX design one is the best. You designers design really great course. Pro number 1, portfolio. This course gives you 3 rounds of practice. One is to create a responsive website using Adobe XD. One is to create a mobile app using Figma. And the other one is to create your own capstone project. So, and in all these case studies, you gotta choose what product you want to build. And also, all these case studies are mandatory assignments. So you need to complete these projects in order to proceed to the next course. And you also don't need to worry about having to start something from scratch just at the end of the entire course. We'll do it along the way. At the end of the course, you will definitely have a portfolio with at least 3 case studies, which makes you more job ready. And here you can see one of my project, which is a student networking app called Tribe. I know it looks ugly, yeah, and I'm not a professional UX designer still after the certification, and it looks uglier looking back. I believe it can give you an idea. But do be aware that you would need to spend some extra time polishing your portfolio because in this course, for all the assignment, you will be given a Google case study template and everything is colorfully Google themed. When you are looking for a real job, you definitely need to make your portfolio more personalized, more appealing, so the extra effort is required, unless you're applying for Google. Number 2, useful resources. They will give you resources like the color picker, where to find a nice typography, where to find some design principles. The course offers you so many useful links, so you can just bookmark them or add them to your favorite, and this will be so accessible for you throughout the rest of your life. Cons. Number 1, peer review. So the problem is not really a Google problem. It's more like a Coursera problem because all the assignment there are peer reviewed. It's going to be reviewed and graded by students who are learning the course as you do, which means the advice is not that professional. It's more like encouragement rather than how to improve advice. And as you've seen before, my design at the time was quite ugly. And to be honest, I've seen worse when I was doing reviews. So, I mean, it's totally understandable. It's just how Coursera works. And at the end of the day, there were so many students constantly enrolling in this course, but there were limited UX designers in Google. Well, I've also seen some solutions in other online courses, like some teacher will take turns to grade students' work, at least one piece of work throughout the entire course and stuff like that. So I really look forward to see whether the Smart Google can find a solution about it. Number 2, cultivate a sense of good design. This is, again, my personal view because I'm not a professional designer, but I personally believe a fashion way to learn something new very quickly is to start with imitating other good work. So I really hope there will be more practice on train us to appreciate some good designs or even try to replicate a good design before we start creating our own design. Again, it's just a personal recommendations. I'm not a professional UX designer, and I think those designers will know it better than me. Project management, recommendation rating 3-star. Job readiness 2-star. Starting with Pro, it covers both the traditional and agile project management. The major focus in this course is traditional project management. You got the chance to do project charter, project plan, review, blah, blah, blah. But there is one specific module on agile project management. So it will be really beneficial if you want to work in agile or if you want to be a scrum master. Course, hypothetical situation for projects. Again, this problem is not really a Google thing, but more like a project management thing. I believe project management is the most collaborative job function among all these three. So throughout this course, you'll be given lots of imagined projects for you to work on or questions based on this imagined projects. I can see that Google has already put lots of effort in making these scenarios as real as possible. Will give you loads of documents to read. They will make up some conversations which you need to extract some important information from. I highly appreciate all of these and I'm very grateful for them, but at the end of the day, it's not very convincing to show a hypothetical project to a future employer to showcase that you've worked on a project. And also in the capstone project, every student finished the certificate will have the same project. Things are a little different in the two other courses because in the design course, you will need to interview real users, identify their pinpoints, to put up a persona. In the data analytics course, you can use some real public data sets. But for this project management course, it's not the best to just present this imagined project to a future employer. So although I'm not a project manager, I'm a product manager, I believe there are some similarities between these roles. So as a product manager, you cannot just say, oh, because I write a really good feature spec, so I'm a great product manager. You need to collaborate with your designers, with your engineers to really make this feature live, to really put this product into the market. You cannot just tick boxes in your project plan. The collaboration plays a huge part in it. So I would say this course can be a good evidence to show that you're really passionate about project management. But if you can apply what you've learned in this course into some real project in your life, even if you're a student, you can apply to some like school project, or at least you're working on a real project, if you know what I mean. Con number 2, some quiz are just so common sense. Yes, they're so common sense. If you're a rational human being, you don't even need to read. You don't even need to think. You don't even need to learn anything to answer these quiz questions. Data analytics, recommendation rating 4-star. Job readiness 3.5-star. Number 1, it gives you so many opportunities for practice. So you get to practice all the techniques, formulas, syntax so many times. First time you can follow along with the video, then you'll be given a hands-on assignment, a hands-on activity where you can practice again and learn something more. The third time you will practice it in the capstone project. And that really means you get lots of practice. Number 2, you get to join the community very early on. They will encourage you, or I say like guide you to join the Kaggle community. Although like Kaggle is a part of Google, but it's still a mainstream or popular platform among all data analysts. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a professional again, but I find it really useful to start using all these tools and platforms and see how other people approach their data analytics project. Con number 1, it can be too easy and too quick at the same time. So for some technical parts, especially the SQL part, sometimes I feel the course jumps from 1 to 10 way too quickly. So for example, the last minute you were still learning select from where, and the next minute you see something like this. I think it might be too far for complete beginners. Even though I've taken some SQL courses a while ago on data camp, I still find this is too big. So if you do want to get a job and you want to really hone your technical skills, I would say this course is very much like an entry and like a stepping stone. From here, you know what you need to learn, and then you can choose to learn it on other platforms like DataCamp or Kaggle. Con number 2 is widely recognized, so I'm not gonna dive into it too much. It doesn't teach Python. So when it comes to the programming languages for data analytics, the IBM course teaches Python, while Google's course teaches R. For me, it's okay because I'm not going to be a data analyst. I just need to know like how the data analytics work and how to collaborate with them. But if you want to get a job in this area, I think if you want to be more job ready, you need to go to like data camp and somewhere else to learn Python, which will make this course less comprehensive. There are also some common pros and cons in all these 3 certificates. Pro number 1, it focuses on the entire working process. Whether it's the design process, data analytics process, project management process, you learn it from the start to end, from ideation to how to build something and how to test something. So it's not just giving you some random tools. It helps you build a better understanding of the entire cycle of how this thing works. Number 2, real human answer questions in the forum. I love it so much. You can find real Google mentors answering questions in the discussion forum on Coursera. While in the course offered by Meta, I really see like real human being teacher answering questions. It's all just students helping each other. Not to mention there were lots of mistakes in their grading system. Cons? If I have to say something, I would say some quiz questions were too easy. For example, if you know the right syntax in SQL, you don't even have to read the entire question in order to answer it. You can just take a look at the options and pick the right one. But personally, I think it's no biggie. So this video is an overview of all these 3 courses. So it won't like cover 100% of all the details in individual courses. And also, we all need to remember that there is a gap between getting their certificate to really learn the skill to finally get a job. So all the certificate learners, if you ask me, is it worth it? 100%. But is a job guarantee with it? No, you still need to put some extra effort. Let me know in the comment if you're interested to learn more about these courses or if you have any other questions. I'm Kitty and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!